When I was a kid, I had a best friend who I secretly resented with all my heart. She was perfect. She lived in a perfect house with a perfect white kitchen and a perfect bed piled high with ruffled pillows and stuffed animals. She had perfect skin, and a pretty mom, and a handsome dad, and grandparents who were loaded. She was fully insulated from harm and fear and uncertainty, snug as one of her stuffies, complete with a housekeeper to get rid of the dust. There was nothing interesting or inspiring or remotely difficult in her life, and mine was a mess next to hers. So I told myself it must be awful to be so privileged. It must be boring and pathetic to never have to do hard things. I fancied myself a deep person for having to buck up and carry my baggage. I told myself I'd be far more interesting for never having it easy. When I was with my friend, I knew if anything went down, I'd be the one to protect us. I'd be the one to get in the argument, to tell whoever to cut it out. She sucked at getting mad. She never had to figure out who was going to try to get one over on you. I saw those people everywhere. I had no benefits of doubts to give. I was as vigilant as a single woman in a dangerous city. But I was just a kid. My friend and I were close all the way through high school. She got prettier, I got saltier. But we're in the same group till the end. I think of these friends now because I can't help but wonder if the people who grew up perfectly insulated are still walking around assuming the best. I wonder if the world still looks dust-free from their fluffy beds, or if they've realized how serious the threats are that we're all facing. When people tell me they can't watch the news, I think of my insulated friend. I want to be able to be proud of them for protecting their nervous systems and guarding their joy. But part of me gets pissed, because those of us who've been scanning the horizon for threats don't know how to stop being vigilant. Our systems tell us we don't have the luxury of being asleep. It wasn't my friend's fault that her life was perfect any more than it was my fault that mine was so messy. I see now that living without constant worry is a state of grace everyone deserves. But at the same time, being willing and ready to fight is no liability. In fact, we don't have time for the chronically non-confrontational people to catch up. The insulated are going to have to face the music too. And the question isn't whether to resent them. The question is, how do we wake them up?